Welcome to USA Sports Zone, everyone. If you're a fan of intense hockey, you know this coming NHL season, 2025-26. It's about more than just who wins the Stanley Cup.
Oh, definitely. It's hugely about the narrative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which teams are really feeling that intense pressure to, change their story?
Exactly. Who needs to completely flip the script like right now?
Yeah, it's all about making that big pivot. I mean, just look at the Florida Panthers.
Right. Great example.
They went from being, well, kind of a joke after winning the President's Trophy in 2022 and then getting swept to suddenly winning back-to-back championships. That's the ultimate rewrite.
An incredible turnaround, really.
Totally. So we've kind of dug into it and identified, 13 teams facing just massive pressure this season to pull off a similar kind of transformation. And we've grouped them based on the type of pressure they're under.
Okay, sounds good. Let's break it down. We got 5 categories here. Let's kick off with maybe the most intense group, the now or nevers.
Right. These are the teams where the championship window feels like it's seriously closing.
And Edmonton has to be top of that list, right?
Absolutely. The Oilers, back-to-back final losses, and the core issue is just staring them in the face. Goaltending.
Yeah, Skinner and Pickard.
Their combined save percentage in that last final was .866. .866.
Oh.
I mean, that's almost unthinkable for a team with McDavid and Draisaitl. And you got to remember, McDavid's deal is only through 2027-28. The clock is ticking loudly.
So that offensive firepower just gets wasted if they can't stop the puck.
Exactly. And that same kind of agony, you see it with the Carolina Hurricanes and the Dallas Stars, too.
62 playoff wins between them since 2022.
And 0 trips to the Cup final to show for it. It's wild.
So for Carolina, the big question is, can their system actually win? They dominate possession, but
they need to prove that their, analytics-heavy, high-volume style isn't fundamentally flawed against elite playoff goaltending, right? When the chances get tighter.
Makes sense. And Dallas, they made huge changes.
Oh, yeah. Replacing Peter DeBoer with Glenn Gulitsan. That wasn't just a minor tweak. They shook up the whole leadership structure.
So the pressure's on the players now to perform immediately for the new guy.
You bet. Massive pressure.
Okay, let's shift gears. Category 2. The snake bit histories. These are the teams that kill it in the regular season, but just can't get it done in the playoffs.
And you immediately think of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Naturally.
They rack up points like crazy from October to April. Since 2018, they're way up there. But playoff wins, nowhere near the top teams.
And the history is just brutal.
It's staggering. 0 cups in 67, an 8-game losing streak in winner-take-all playoff games.
Yeah.
That's more than just bad luck, It feels like a mental hurdle they absolutely have to clear this year.
Yeah, that weight must be immense. And the Winnipeg Jets are in this group, too.
They are. They need to show their recent regular season strength wasn't just a one-off, and the spotlight there is firmly on Connor Hellebuck.
Vizina winner, but
He's struggled in 3 straight postseasons now. He needs to prove he can be that guy in May and June, too.
Right. Okay, group 3, the hype trains, young teams, lots of promise. Time to deliver.
Exactly. Look at the New Jersey Devils. They look ready to launch in 2022-23, one of the youngest rosters.
Yeah, they were exciting.
But then they took a big step back last year. Jack Hughes missing time hurt, sure, but they need to go from just being promising to actually winning playoff series. Like, now.
No more waiting.
Yeah.
And then you have the really young squads, Montreal and Chicago.
Yeah, the 2 youngest teams in the league, actually. For the Canadians, it's about seeing that core Suzuki, Caulfield, Hudson now show real, measurable progress towards being contenders, not just potential.
And Chicago, after last season's struggles.
They need to prove it was just a blip in the rebuild.
Yeah.
That Bedard and Nazar can be the foundation, and last year wasn't a sign of deeper problems.
Gotcha. All right, 4th category, the do-overs, teams that just completely fell apart last season after having high hopes.
And the New York Rangers jump out immediately. Their collapse was pretty startling.
Yeah.
Defense went from top tier to, 19th. That points to bigger issues.
So new coach Mike Sullivan adding Gavrikov. Those moves need to work right away.
Absolutely. There's no grace period there, or the whole project looks shaky.
And Boston. Wow, that drop-off.
Biggest year-over-year fall in goal differential in the league, minus 1.113 goals per game. That's a historic nosedive.
So the remaining core, Pasternak, McAvoy, Swayman.
They have to prove they can carry this team now. Without Bergeron, without Krejci, it's their era to lead.
And Nashville's in this do-over group, too.
Yeah. They missed their preseason projection by a staggering 31.5 points. That's huge. Guys like Stamkos, Gray, Forsberg, high cap hits. Veteran players, they need to produce more consistently this season.
Lots of pressure there. Okay, finally, Group 5, the drought enders. Teams just desperate to make the playoffs again.
Desperate is the word. You start with the Buffalo Sabres.
14 straight seasons missing the playoffs. An NHL record.
It's unbelievable. Think about it. None of their current players were even in the NHL when that streak started.
Wow, that's perspective.
Right. And they actually regressed last year, minus 22 goal differential. They have to turn it around, prove this young core is finally ready.
And the misery. And the Detroit Red Wings.
A 9-season drought for them, which is really unusual for that franchise. For Detroit, it feels more psychological.
How so?
They start strong, look good, then fade late. They just need to prove they can sustain it, finish the job, and show that this long, painful rebuild was actually worth it.
Makes sense. So we've laid out these 5 tiers of pressure. You've got the closing window for Edmonton, the historical curse in Toronto, maybe the organizational pressure on the Rangers, the unproven youth in New Jersey, or that just embarrassing 14-year drought for Buffalo.
Yeah, all different kinds of failure, different kinds of pressure.
So the big question for you listening is, which specific kind of failure, which type of pressure, do you think is the absolute hardest for a team to overcome this season? Something to think about.
Definitely something to watch unfold.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have for today here on USA Sports Zone. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thanks, everyone.